Hello everyone, this is Luxury PL38. Today I would like to showcase my Louis Vuitton vintage. Well, it is kind of difficult to explain the term vintage because I've actually purchased this from the Louis Vuitton boutique itself, but it was purchased 10 years or more than 10 years ago. So I don't know whether you consider that as a classic or a vintage, but it is purchased from the Louis Vuitton boutique itself. So I do have quite a selection of Louis Vuitton, but I can't actually showcase everything. So I'm just gonna do a vintage one, which there's only 2 of them. So let's get into it. As you can see, the boxes. This is the very old traditional kind of box that Louis Vuitton used to do. I would say well, more than 10 years ago, and they only recently changed to the orange box now, but before that they had been using all this brown, and you can see the logo itself. It kind of like it has that effect of shiny luminosity, but this is in dark brown. So let's get into the back. And this was actually purchased. Let me just take out, and let's put the box aside. This was actually purchased in Las Vegas, if I'm not mistaken. I believe I still have the receipt. And even the dust bag itself, it's slightly different from the current dust bag. I believe it is a little bit like a brown, a darker brown in the past. And even the logo itself, it is of a very brown color as compared to the current one. And let me just show you the bag. This is in Epi leather. It's more like a business style bag. And they have the Louis Vuitton logo right here. I'll just zoom that up. Look, LV. And for some reason, it has that tiny little notch here that I can just push it up. See how it goes away when I do that? So I suppose if I have an insert in time, it probably just gonna go away. I'm not too sure, but there is a tiny little mark, a dent. I won't say it's a mark. I'll say it's more like a dent. And yes, I do have the receipt still. Even the receipt itself comes in that brown color. And let me see if I have the tag. Yep, it comes in all that tag. I keep everything if I could. So let me just see what it has. I think that's the Epi. It says Epi there. So this is more like a care booklet. And I believe that is the style. That's what it's called, Brea GM Epi. So that's the style. It's the Brea bag in GM. And I believe GM it's actually larger because it goes from PM, MM, GM, or is the PM and MM the other way around? But GM, I believe it is the larger ones. And that's the receipt. It was purchased on December 23rd, 2011. So that was 9 years ago. And that's what it is, $2,080 US dollars plus the tax. So that's how much I ended up paying for. And I'm just trying to find, there it is. That was purchased at Las Vegas. I do remember purchasing this at Vegas, one of the mall. It's at the forum shops at Caesar. So this is my nearly decade-old Louis Vuitton bag, which I hardly ever use now. And in fact, that's the ribbon that comes in when the packaging, when they package that. Let me just show you what the bag looks like on the inside. As you can see, it looks pretty much new conditions. And that's the front pocket, and that's the back pocket with the logo saying Louis Vuitton Paris, made in France. And there's a zip pocket at the back. But yes, this is quite a large bag. Even the hardware itself has that Louis Vuitton logo, and it is quite a large bag. And the strap itself, you can adjust it, but I believe you cannot use this as a crossbody because it is not long enough. And the hardware, silver hardware, has that Louis Vuitton, and the hook to put your strap, it's just here. But it's definitely more like a business style, that office work kind of bag that you use. And even the hardware has that Louis Vuitton on them. I actually love the structure of this, and the color itself, it's more like a creamish white, but this is the Epi leather that Louis Vuitton uses. It has that effect, that mishmash effect. And let me show you the base. It has the silver hardware with the Louis Vuitton logo, and the base itself look very pristine condition with no visible wear. I guess the only thing that I can see that has a slight wear is a mark on this on the inside. As you can see, there are a certain mark here because the inside it's fabric, and it looks like maybe it's from the strap that was putting up against it. It looks like that is the case, but I'm not sure. And the fabric itself, it is not a microfiber fabric. It is more like a cloth fabric material. So that is my first bag from Louis Vuitton. And let's go on to the second one, which comes in this box again. And I actually purchased this 10 years ago. I remember when I first moved to Canada, I do want to purchase a Louis Vuitton bag. So this was purchased more than 10 years ago, and it is from that colorful monogram style with the very soft but durable leather on the outside, and it has that pyramid on the base, and it also has the pyramid on under it. As you can see, I have been using this for quite a fair amount. As you can see, the corners here, and I love this monogram color, different colors monogram, and the structure is just amazing. It has been like this for like decades since I purchased it. The structure maintained itself because this is canvas, even though this side of it is leather. So this has proven that the Louis Vuitton canvas itself, it's one of the most durable materials. And the chain, you can always take it out, it's removable. And even the chain has that LV logo. So you can take those chain out and just use this as a bag like that. And you see the Louis Vuitton Paris logo at the front. It has the metallic gold hardware. and it does have a shoulder strap. And let me just show you the inside. It's in red microfiber, which Louis Vuitton has been using for decades, the microfiber. And let me just show you the interior of it. I love this bag because of the monogram. It is one of the classic monogram. I believe it is by the Japanese designer that actually did for the Louis Vuitton monogram. And it does have a lipstick holder at the back, and there is a back pocket. And I don't believe I have the receipt for this. I'm not too sure. Let me just double check. No, unfortunately, I don't believe I have the receipt for this. But yeah, I do remember purchasing this in 2009 or 2010, and it was a 10-year-old bag, and it's definitely remain as one of my favorite collections from Louis Vuitton because of the monogram itself. But yes, I simply just love the structure of it. But who knows, maybe big bags gonna come back in style, and maybe I will take this out and use it, because at the moment the mini or the small bags is the trend at the moment. But who knows, especially with the Chanel 19 being quite a substantially bigger than the mini rectangular, so who knows. But again, those two are my older Louis Vuitton bags. It was actually my first Louis Vuitton bag, and this was my second Louis Vuitton bag. And once again, I might do a video on my entire Louis Vuitton collections, but I'm afraid that might be a very long video, so I'll see how it goes. But once again, thanks for watching, and remember, please stay safe.